It all started in high school in St. Petersburg, Russia in 1999. It is late in the evening, but I feel energized. Today I'm getting together with my friends to do what we typically do twice a year: observe meteor showers. I say my family bye-bye, or пока-пока in Russian, hop on the last suburban train and ride for an hour or so. Now, away from the city lights, we find this wide open area. We put our sleeping bags and get inside. The tip of my nose sticking out is cold, but inside the sleeping bag it is nice and warm. Now we just lie and stare into this wide open sky and watch each meteor that passes by. We watch these fireworks, but there are no crowds. It is quiet and peaceful. This was my first contact with astronomy, and now 10 years later, when every time somebody asks me, "What do you do?" and I say that I'm studying astronomy, they find it weird. Astronomy? Really? Well, if you like numbers, why not do something normal, like becoming an engineer? But to me, it never felt exotic or weird. On the contrary, it felt like the most natural path. I like solving math riddles, and I liked adventures. So when you combine the two, bingo, you get an astronomer. I remember my first total solar eclipse in Hungary. I was young and powerful. Then in the middle of the day, the universe suddenly switched off the sunlight. The birds stopped singing, and there was this weird hole in the sky. I suddenly felt so little, and at the same time, I felt like I was part of something huge. Astronomy just gives you this sense. Eventually, from all the astronomy studies, I decided to study the sun. Why? Maybe I just realized how nice it is to sleep in the night when other astronomers observe the night stars. Now, after 10 years of looking directly at the sun, something your mom told you should never do, I could tell you for sure that our sun is weird. For example, did you know that our sun has moods? Sometimes it is quiet, but other times it becomes angry, it starts throwing things around, it spits plasma. We know that these anger periods have 11-year cycles, but why 11 years and not 5 or 2 years? We don't know. We also know that these anger periods typically happen inside sunspots. In my group at CU Boulder, we try to figure out why these sunspots sometimes lead to eruptions. We know that these eruptions like happening in groups. We also know that these eruptions happen when sunspots grow too quickly. An erupting sunspot is like a teenager who gets angry frequently. Would we ever be able to predict solar anger periods, or in science terms, space weather, in the same way we do it here on Earth? Well, we're still in the very beginning of our discovery adventure. Recently, solar scientists have built 3 new solar telescopes to look at different aspects of solar life for the first time. We are now entering the golden age of solar astronomy. The first instrument, the Parker Solar Probe, will literally touch the sun. It will burn inside it. But before it does, it will tell us everything about the material that the sun spits out. The second instrument, the Solar Orbiter, will tell us about solar Arctic and Antarctic, the solar poles. Finally, DCAST will observe the sun with the highest resolution ever. This telescope is already built on Hawaii, and its headquarters is here in Boulder. All in all, these 3 new instruments will let us know our weird and closest star better. We just have to be prepared to be bold and adventurous. If you like math, you become a mathematician. If you like adventures, you become a mountain tour guide. But if you like both, you become an astronomer.